Hello friends, in this lecture we will discuss with the topic collective action. So let us start now. Collective action is any emergent form of activity taking place in a coordinated manner involving a plurality of individuals and motivated by desire to seek some change or to resist the change initiated or proposed by others. When this collective action is sustained over time, then it is called social movement. That means sustained collective action. Now, when collective action is directed or addressed to the government authority trying to bring pressure on it to initiate or prevent some change, then it is called protest. If protest is not just localized but widespread and sustained, then it is a protest movement. Protest movements generally develop when people who seek change are unable to bring about that change through institutional means. So they resort to emergent form of action. So we have to remember this term, emergent form of action, to bring about change or prevent change from happening. Protest tends to be more common in places where freedom of expression for people, where polity is democratic. That means freedom of expression for people are there and polity is democratic. In just for example, India and European countries. In non-democratic authoritarian system, protest movements are very less or rare. For example, in China. And if in such places protests break out, it will be violent. In democratic system, common protests are generally non-violent or degree of violence if very low. If collective action has to sustain over years, then it has to have certain features. What are these features? It requires an ideology. We have already covered this topic. What is ideology and its different aspects. Second point is leadership. May be charismatic, sometimes collective leadership, but generally collective action defines actions rely upon the charismatic leaders to mobilize people. That means collective leadership also works, but generally charismatic leaders are more required. For example, in freedom movement in India, Gandhi, Nehru and Patel were charismatic leaders. Organizations that should be flexible. So there is need of organization and that should be flexible. Without an organization, collective action cannot be sustained for long. It should be flexible to adapt and face the challenges effectively. For example, Indian National Congress before independence was a movement, but after independence it became a party, a rigid bureaucratic hierarchical structure. Now, collective action means action taken by a group, either directly, indirectly, on its behalf through an organization in pursuit of members who share common interest. It seems logical to expect that people who have common interest will act unitedly. However, experiences show that there is not always united action takes place. Why? When groups share certain common interests. In 1965, Mancur Oslon argued in his book The Logic of Collective Action that rational self-interest without their participation, the benefit will anyway come to them. Basically, those people who rationally think that generally without their participation the benefit will anyway come to them. through participation of other members of that group. That means here sentence is not complete, but basically its meaning is that a rational thinking man, when start thinking that without their participation the benefit will anyway come to them. We can witness in India also, people generally think that other will participating, so no need to come for the participation in the movement. So this is the problem through the participation of other members of that group. Then they avoid taking part in collective action. Oshlon called this free rider problem. This free rider problem is an important concept related to the concept of collective action because it undermines the ability of interest group and social movements to mobilize large number of citizens. So we have to remember free rider problem. What is it is free rider problem. Free rider problem. In society, some people always think that some others are participating, then why is the need to participate? Anyway, benefit will come to them. So we have to remember that the major problem in collective action, free rider problem. Another way of analyzing collective action is through the collective behavior of which actions come out. Collective behaviors emerge as a response to problematic circumstances and situations. At one extreme, this can mean the study of coordinated and organized collective actions such as social movement. At the other end, it refers to seemingly spontaneous eruption of common behavior patterns. For example, episodes of mass hysteria. Between these two extremes, there are certain other phases of collective behavior such as riots, mobs, fads, fashions, rumors, propaganda, panic, rebellion, revolution, crowds, etc. There are certain characteristics associated with collective behavior which make it difficult for sociologists to study it scientifically. First, collective behavior is wide-ranging. It involves a lot of human actions done in collectivity. Collective behavior is very short period of time. Collective behavior is transitory. That means collective behavior is always in the form of transition. However, sociologists have found two broad categories under which the collective behavior and associated actions can be analyzed. First is localized collective behavior and actions like crowd, mob, riots, protests, agitations. Second, dispersed collective behavior, mass behavior and action. Rumors, gossip, public opinion, propaganda, panic, mass hysteria, fashion, fads. It is not always possible that people cluster together in crowd who will participate in collective action. The collectivity or group of people can be dispersed in character also. They may not be physically present at one place. However, this gives rise to a mass behavior or action that is regarded as collective action. So, collective action in this case refers to collective behavior among people dispersed over a wide geographical area, for example, rumors and gossip. And now in today's technological world, use of social media also, collective actions can be taken without physically present in particular geographical area. So it's all about collective action. Thank you very much.